Hello, my name is Marquita Tellis, and I am one of the operations supervisor at the South Office, and I am here to explain to you on how to conduct a moves briefing. When conducting the briefing, I like to get the participants at least 15 minutes before the briefing starts, have them come in with their IDs out. They'll sign the attendance sheet, and I'll review their IDs to make sure that they are who they are signing for. Once they sign in, I'll issue them a participant reference guidebook along with a pen and a highlighter just in case they need it. Once everyone is signed in, I give a grace period to those who may be running late. By 9:15, I like to start my briefing. When preparing for a briefing, we normally have to get the packets together, which consist of 2 voucher packets, a request for tenancy approval packet, and then we'll ensure that all documents are updated correctly, meaning that the voucher size is correct, participant's name is spelled correct, and the dates match what we have in the system. And all vouchers are issued within 90 days, and they have a 90-day grace period. Now, everyone was issued 3 packets. Please keep the packets in order at which they were given to you, because that is the order at which I'm going to go through them. Normally, at the very beginning, we do pass out the mobility calendars and flyers. We have employment and employer services for those who are looking for jobs. We have the FSS documents that we pass out as well. And then if they need any additional documents, we do have a table for them where we recommend that they go over there and look for anything additional. Normally with the CTO, I refer them to the flyers as well because they have the different dates. So there's nothing in general that I can really say about the choose to own. When conducting a briefing, normally you will have a lot of participants that have personal questions that they want to ask to ensure that they are in the right place. They'll ask questions, for example, what if my unit failed multiple inspections? Even though you don't have a computer in front of you, you can go after the briefing and assist them with answering the questions. Also during the briefing, there are people who may want to port out. You want to give them that information. Mobility, which is pertaining to the opportunity areas, you want to explain that to them. You also want to explain the choose to own and ensuring that you give the participants all the information that they're requesting. With your highlighters, I'm going to tell you all to mark certain things with the O for the owner and a T for tenant. Therefore, you will know what you must complete and what the owner has to complete. Your name is already pre-populated on this page here, so I just need you to mark it with the O at the top of the page. Well, what I recommend before conducting the briefing is that you take your time, review the documents that you are actually issuing to the participant, know what you are going to have them completing so that if they have any questions on the documents, you can answer them. So for that very first line, you all will see your voucher size. Where it says bedroom in that box, everybody see that? Then that second line is your new 2017 payment standard. Then line number 3 says minimum family portion. That is 30% of your income. The next line states housing assistance payment. That is the max the CHA will pay towards your unit. The following line is the maximum family portion, which is 40% of your income. The max the CHA will allow you to search for a unit when moving. Then the very last line is the amount that you can afford up to. That is your rent plus the utility allowance. Everybody understand that? Yeah. Relax. Don't overthink it. And be sure of yourself. It's always important to have the knowledge of the documents that you're trying to train someone on or want them to sign. You don't want anybody to complete anything without knowing the information. And then as far as the booklet is concerned, there are things that some people may not know that could honestly help them. So as far as me, this helps me when I need to talk to a participant. So I recommend that utilizing that book, give them the detail that's in there. Refer back to it at all times. Because if you refer back to the book, then they'll say, well, yeah, it is written down. That's basically me. I like to read over everything and highlight key areas as if I'm in college. The reason why you all are highlighting number 7 is because that is the asking amount for the unit in number 2. If the owner has advertised one amount or you all negotiated on an amount, that is what will be written in box number 7. We don't go off verbal amounts here. We go off what's written down on this particular paper. And if you allow an owner to leave it blank and you've already signed a document, you're giving them the authorization to put anything down in this packet. Well, my training style in particular is to ensure that the participants are aware of whatever document that they're signing. I don't like for them to just go in and sign documents without being aware. So if they're aware, then they'll be sure that this is what I'm supposed to do at all times. Because I even tell them most of the time that when they're signing their lease, do not sign a blank lease. I let them know, always read over anything that you sign. That particular box is pertaining to you, that whole entire section. I want you to mark that section with the T for tenant. I don't want anyone to sign it today where it says tenant signature. I want you to wait to sign that. And I mean, when I say wait, when you are sitting in the presence of that particular owner, that is when you sign it. Do not sign it previous to issuing it to that owner. Because again, if you issue it and it's already pre-signed, you're giving them the authorization to put anything in the packet. When there's a participant who wants to ask multiple questions, I allow them to ask me that one question first. Once they ask me that first question, I answer it. After I answer it and I see that they want to go on, I let them know. Save the rest of your questions for the end and I'll assist you. Therefore, I can go over your account at my desk. If I go over your account at my desk, I have a better understanding of what you are responding to or referring to versus allowing them to prolong the briefing.
To me, you're so professional. The last time I was here, I didn't pick up like I did when you began to explain. I didn't pick up. I'm getting old.
It's okay.
Smart as I used to be.
If a participant comes to you with a question that you are unable to answer, please direct them to a housing specialist or move specialist to ensure that their question is resolved.